A very good afternoon. Welcome to a lunchtime news bulletin here on MTV Sports. I'm Shahin Jurampati. In your headlines, first census on industry and agriculture to commence. Floods disrupt the flow of traffic on the Batiklo-Trincomalee Road. Millions of Hindus flock to Allahabad, India for the Kumbh Mela festival. Now for the stories in detail. The Department of Census and Statistics has planned to carry out an economic census. The Director General of the Statistical and Census Department, DCA Gunawardena, said that the census will be held combining the industrial and agricultural sectors for the first time.
The Statistics and Census Department conducts an industrial and agricultural census every 10 years after the census of population and houses are concluded. This time we are combining both of them to conduct an economic census. We will be commencing the census next month and we hope to continue it throughout the year.
Council member MP AHM Azwar says that the Parliamentary Council will convene tomorrow regarding the appointment of a new Chief Justice. A police sergeant has died in a van collision in the Gelioe Gurudenia area in Kandy. The police sergeant, who was acting on an emergency phone call made to the Peradeniya police regarding a dispute, met with the accident at around 1 this morning when he was arriving at the scene. The collision occurred while he was investigating the scene with another police officer. The two victims had collided with a lorry which was plying from Gampolo to Kandy. The two police officers were rushed to hospital alongside an area resident who sustained injuries. However, the police sergeant succumbed to his injuries. The victim has been identified as Nimal Karnaratna, a resident of the Murtalava area in Peradeniya. The police said that the lorry driver has been arrested. Meanwhile, another person died in a motorbike accident in the Naduhena Mahavangua area in Migoda at around 6:15 this morning. The accident took place when the motorbike, which was travelling from Colombo to Paduka, lost control of the bike and veered off the road and crashed onto a tree. The rider succumbed to his injuries upon admission to the Homagama Base Hospital. The deceased has been identified as a 28-year-old and a resident of the Palanmata area in Panipitiya. In more local news, Sarat Dissanayake has been appointed as the new Sri Lankan ambassador to Cuba. The Minister of External Affairs said that the newly appointed Sarat Dissanayake is a senior diplomat who has served in countries such as Britain, Japan, China and Kuwait. Dissanayake, who is currently the Director General of the Communications Division of the Ministry of External Affairs, is due to take up office on the 1st of next month. He also served as the Wattal Assistant GA before joining the Ministry of External Affairs. Two fishermen who went missing in the seas off the coast of Negombo were found late last night. Our correspondent said that they were rescued by another boat in Beruwala. The boat set off to sea last Friday and was scheduled to return on Saturday. Two fishermen from Ettukala set off to sea in a boat named Sindantri. The fishermen were identified as 32-year-old M. Jatilaka and 20-year-old Dimuto Priyanka. Our correspondent said that the fishermen could not return as scheduled due to a technical difficulty in the boat. Minister of Education Bandula Gunawardena expressed his views regarding the manner in which politicians should act at an event held in Homagama yesterday. This event was held to vest the newly constructed Pitipata Gabadawata Community Hall in Homagama in the public. The lesson that Anagarika Dharmapala taught us was that if you are going to be reprimanded the most in Sri Lanka, then do the most work. So, be it Pradesh Sabha members, provincial councillors or parliamentarians, no matter how much you are insulted, reprimanded or scolded, it is the duty of all public representatives to work without dabbling in corruption or thievery.
හොරකම වංචාව දූෂණය අක්‍රමිකතාවයේ තොරව ඒ පළාත්වල ඉන්න ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන් කළ හැකි උපරිම දේ කිරීම තමයි මහජන නියෝජිතයන්ගේ ප්‍රධාන යුතුයකම හා වගකීම.
Well, Hindus around the world celebrate Thai Pongal today. It is a Thanksgiving ceremony celebrated by farmers in particular to thank the sun god for a successful harvest.
Thai Pongal is celebrated on the first day of the month Thai of the Tamil calendar. The word Pongal refers to boiling over of milk and rice during the month of Thai. The saying Thai Pirandal Vali Pirakam, meaning the commencement of Thai paves the way for new opportunities, is often quoted regarding the Thai Pongal festival. Tamils thank the sun god Surya for the good harvest and they consecrate the first grain to the god. Tamils all over the world decorate their homes with banana and mango leaves and embellish the floor with decorative patterns drawn using colored rice to celebrate the festival.
Meanwhile, Hindu devotees across the island commemorated Thai Pongal today.
Religious observances were held at the Sri Ponnambalavaneswar Koil in Kochikade, Kotahena. People from the estate celebrated Thai Pongal with religious observances at the Sri Manikapillar Koil in Hatton. Devotees in Gaul also celebrated Thai Pongal with great enthusiasm. In Nuvareliya too, Hindu devotees came together to celebrate Thai Pongal.
In sports news, Sri Lanka beat Australia by 8 wickets in their second one-day international at the Adelaide Oval yesterday. We now join former Sri Lankan cricketer Nuwan Soisa for an in-depth analysis of yesterday's game.
The second match between Sri Lanka and Australia played yesterday at Adelaide Oval. Sri Lanka won without a problem yesterday's match. If we analyze that game, especially our bowlers, they bowled really well, bowled exactly the right areas which Sri Lanka captain wants to, and got early breakthroughs. Our bowlers never let anyone to keep their head up. There were no partnerships at all, and eventually Australian bowled out 470. When Sri Lanka came to bat, there were no hiccups. Only Kultaranga got failed again, and Lahithiriman, he got a brilliant 100, and we leveled the series right now, and it's a very good thing to Sri Lankan cricket. So it's going to be a tough game, next game onwards. Gabba pitch, we all know it's bouncy track, and I hope Sri Lanka will come good and lead the series 2-1.
We're taking a look back at one of our local stories. Council member MP AHM Azbar says that the Parliamentary Council will convene tomorrow regarding the appointment of a new Chief Justice.
A parliamentary council has been appointed in accordance with the 17th Amendment to the Constitution. The Speaker, Prime Minister, Opposition Leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, myself and MP Swaminathan are members of this council, and we will convene tomorrow regarding the appointment of a new Chief Justice. Constitutionally, we must approve the nomination. We must ratify it, and we will do it constitutionally. The Speaker has submitted the motion to the President, saying it has been passed in Parliament. Now the time has come to appoint a new Chief Justice, and we will do this tomorrow constitutionally.
Azbar also said that they have not received a nomination as yet for the position of Chief Justice.
No, we have not received any nominations as yet, but sometimes we may get to know the nomination in a few hours.
And that ends the lunchtime news bulletin here on MTV Sports. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shahan Jarangpati. Bye-bye.